With Thanksgiving days away, so many people are filling grocery bags with turkey and all the trimmings, and more shoppers are using reusable grocery bags. KXAN News wondered just how clean those bags were and if shoppers may be bringing home grime with their groceries. Scanning the checkout aisles, we found all sorts of reusable bags being stuffed with all sorts of food. Some obviously more clean than others.
I wash them maybe once every couple of months or something like that.
I would say my bags are pretty clean, but sometimes I do get meat and the meat does run.
Most of the time we don't clean them that often. I mean, wow, this is going to sound awful.
We asked shoppers to trade their bags for new ones so we could see just how clean their bags really are. Large bags, smaller ones, woven natural fabric and man-made. Some had been used for years, others for weeks. 10 reusable bags in all. We took them to a University of Texas molecular genetics and microbiology lab, where researchers put them under the microscope.
Well, right now we're turning the bags inside out, where they would have been in contact with any kind of food.
Research assistant Carolyn Fisher takes the inside corner of each bag and presses it against 2 plates pre-treated with substances to attract the smallest of organisms.
And it would transfer any bacteria that are on the surface onto the plate.
The clear plates attract any organisms. The purple plates look for the potentially bad ones, bacteria that could make us sick. The test plates go into the incubator overnight at 98 degrees, the human body temperature, to see what might grow. After 24 hours, the results are in. Was there anything to be concerned about in those bags? 7 of the 10 bags came out pretty clean, but the other 3 surprised our scientists.
You would not expect everything to be completely sterile and have no growth at all, but the level of growth on some of these was high.
3 of the bags had high levels of bacterial growth. Most of it probably not harmful, but the amount of growth is a concern.
Just taking a blot of the inside of the bag, the plate is almost covered with bacteria and fungal growth, and that suggests that there's a considerable amount of contamination.
And this sample on one purple plate raises even more questions.
It's a plate which allows us to see some of the organisms that normally grow in the gut.
Organisms that could cause food poisoning or worse. It's a dirty reminder to wash reusable bags often, especially those you take to the grocery store.
And this is one of those things, it's just a matter of common sense. You're putting food in a bag, and if you're going to be eating that food, you would prefer that it come out of a clean bag than a dirty one.
The UT researchers did some more in-depth testing on 2 of those plates, including the really bad one shown there in the story. They say the bacteria probably came from produce and would most likely not make you sick, but they caution they did not test every single organism they found. They remind shoppers to keep bags safe by washing them. You can put most of them in the washing machine. Also, don't use grocery bags for anything other than food. That could be asking for trouble. Bacteria can easily be transferred from, say, meats to other packaging. So wash not only food before cooking, but the counter the food is on. And don't forget your hands. Read more about what the UT researchers had to say about what they found with this story at KXAN.com.